John Kennedy absolutely cornered Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen for her lies about quote unquote Bidenomics.
Medium term, Bidenomics is focused on helping middle class families lead better lives, address the problems that they have, create jobs
I could
in
interrupt
areas.
you, Madam Secretary, because I've only got 5 minutes. Good try. These high prices are here to stay, aren't they? Let me amend that, Madam Secretary. These high prices caused by Bidenomics are here to stay, aren't they?
Well, the high prices were not caused by Bidenomics. We suffered a pandemic that resulted in severe dislocations.
Yes, ma'am, but if I could ask you, they're here to stay, aren't they?
I don't expect the level of prices to go down, but the rate of inflation.
So they're here to stay.
Well, some prices will be higher than they were before the pandemic and will stay higher, but wages have risen considerably, and the pace of price increases has now receded. Over the last 6 months, the measure of inflation the Fed focuses on has been running exactly at
But if your
2%,
wages
and wages are going up.
If you don't get a pay raise, you're screwed. I mean, there's a difference between disinflation and deflation. Y'all talk about disinflation, which I'm happy to have. Disinflation means inflation is going down. It means prices are rising less rapidly than they were. But that's a far cry from deflation, which means the level of these high prices caused by Bidenomics are here to stay. Here's what Jay Powell just said on February 4th. He said, he was asked the question, inflation is one thing, prices are another, and I wonder if there's any reason to believe that people will see the prices of things decline. And here's what Chairman Powell said. So the prices of some things will decline, others will go up, but we don't expect to see a decline in the overall price level. That doesn't tend to happen in economies, except in very negative circumstances. He's talking about a recession. It'll take a recession to get these prices down.
Well, we don't have to get the prices down
We
because
don't?
wages are going up, and a metric that is worth knowing is that the median American house worker
But let me stop you
is
because I'm going
able
to get cut
to
off.
buy.
You don't think we need to get these prices down? You think it's okay that bacon's up 20% under President Biden? Chicken's up 23.5%. Coffee's up 30%. Gas is up 44%. New cars and trucks are up 20% because people can't afford that's used cars because people can't afford a new car. They're up 24% under Bidenomics. You don't think we need to get these prices?
Wages are also up, and wages are up
They're
more.
not up 24%. They're not up 27%. They're not up 23%. They're not up 31%.
I'm sorry, but what is...
People are really getting good at barely getting by because of Bidenomics.
You have to fundamentally understand what is going on here, and what these Biden administration toadies are paid to do. These people are paid to spend. Janet Yellen is she knows that things are more expensive. She knows that inflation is completely insane. She knows, in the words of John Kennedy, in terms of Senator Kennedy, like you said, that people are paying more for less. They are aware of all of these things, but what they do is they live in these little bubble, and they have these staff members, and they create all these papers and all these studies that basically prove the points that they're trying to make, which is that Joe Biden is helping the economy, and that inflation just doesn't matter at all, and that most people are actually better off now than they were before. So don't believe, your eyes and your ears. No, believe exactly what we're telling you. Of course, it's ridiculous. Of course, nobody buys this. But the frustration that I have as we've been dealing with this for the past 3 years with at least like that's the Senate right there, but at least with the Republican controlled House, is that these people do not do anything about it. Okay. They're not doing anything about this. And the vast majority of the American public who are struggling right now are starting to get sick of this again. Is this going to make them vote for Republicans in 2024? I used to think that I had the answer to that, but I honestly really do not know.